morning. Episode 2. I think I'm going to call them episodes. Not too sure at the moment. I'm still editing the other one. Can you guess what car we're in? It's Japanese. It's got a lot of heritage. It's very fast. Four-wheel drive. It's a GTR. R35, if you want to call it that. Modern GTR. Pretty cool. Let's have a walk around. So here she is, Godzilla, newest generation GTR. What a weapon. Really looking forward to this one. It's a very windy day, so I'm just going to time lapse the wash process, the decontamination process. Don't want the camera getting wet because it looks like it's going to rain, and I don't want the audio to be terrible because no one wants to listen to in your ears. So, see the magic happen in about 20 seconds. Is the decontamination complete except from the clay bar. The final bit that might have missed there was I was running around with the D-tar, getting all the tar deposits off before a clay bar. We'll just get it in now and clay it. We are ready to roll. Good timing, just started raining, so we will pack up all the gear outside, get the shutter down, get the lights on, clay bar the car, and then it's ready to wipe down and do the first test spot. It's not too bad with contamination, but definitely a necessary step. I realised in the last video I said so a lot, and I also breathed a bit like Darth Vader. I'm like in every clip, and every clip I start with. So now I've played by the car. Just gonna blow it off, get all the air out of the trapped air out, get all the water out of the trapped areas, and then the car will be completely dry. Then I will panel wipe the whole car, and we will do a test spot. The paint actually looks pretty good, but once I panel wiped it, we'll see if it stays as good as it will reveal all the flaws in the paintwork basically. Let's do a little inspection of the car, and I'll show you all the defects that we are going to be removing. It's pretty nasty. There you go. Mark on the front bumper, driver's side. That'll be coming out. There's a heck of a lot of damage, stone chips. This bumper's had a rough life. It's you can see on this side it's pretty rough. Headlights, a lot of bug etchings in there. Clear them up nicely. Again on the bonnet, stone chips. Got some faint buffer trails by the look of it. Yep, someone's been at it. Yep, definitely. Clear that up, but there's not a ton of scratches, not a ton of imperfections. I mean, some areas are really good, but definitely a few buffer trails in there. How are these looking? There's a few carbon fibre bits on the car as well, on the rear diffuser. So is it the other one? Yeah, it's got some stone chips here as well. Or etching going on here. There's a couple of abrasions in here. Just a few knocks and dings on the car. More paint chips. So there are localised small areas of swirling, but I mean, I thought the Ferrari was difficult to pick out the defects. This is a whole nother level of difficulty with the flake. There you go, nice little sanding marks. There you go, so it's all fine to the left, and then suddenly, boom, you've got a spot of sanding marks. Have to cut them out. So it's hazy all the way up. Oh, nice scratch right along top there. Lights, standard. All sorts of marks in here. Wow, they're really swelled up, so they'll come up lovely. Same again. Got the plates, you might have seen them in the Ferrari video. There's definitely a lot more going on the rear bumper than the rest of the cars. A lot more just scratches and swell marks, because the front of the car is actually pretty good. I think this has been painted, or what's actually, I don't think it's been painted on the car. I think it's a different rear bumper. Can't really pick it up here, but slightly different colour. It's sort of, this is more like a cream and this is more like a bright white. Sort of light hazing and light buffer trails over the whole car. This was just bought from a dealership, so I'd imagine they'd have gone over it with Steve there with his dirty pad would have gone over it with his rotary. That's what I'm here for. Oh, bit of an abrasion there, just at the top there. Get all them out. So someone's obviously rubbed against the car or it's hit something. Just a light abrasion. But for now, let's try and find the best pad and product combination for this paintwork. So I have to try a few things out and see what works. So I've just taped up along the bonnet here, and we'll do my first test spot here. Put this tape here so I can see exactly what's happened to the paintwork, where I've been, next to, exactly next to where I haven't been. The reason I'm wiping it off in straight lines just then is because I know some Japanese cars have very soft paint, so if I'm scratching it with the cloth, I will be able to tell if it's straight, whereas if I'm just wiping it off like that, it might be difficult to differentiate between the scratches I put in from the cloth or the scratches still left in the car. Whereas now if I see straight lines, I know I'm scratching it with the cloth. So on the left, we've got the area that's just been cut, and as you can see as I come over to the right, just a line about there, where the buffer trails appear on the right side. So we've got some sort of etching there, potentially a bird poo etching, and then there's another one just up here, and then a whole host of scratches and swells. So we'll cut this now, see what results we can get. That's the cutting on this side of the roof done. I've definitely reduced a significant amount of the marks. All of those etchings have gone. So obviously any car I want to do, I want to do as good of a job as possible, but there are still marks in there, so you can see there are scratches in here still, but I won't be able to remove them all, because if I did that over the whole car, then that's 2, 3, 4, 5 days extra. Basically every coating available is going on this car, so there's more money been put into the protection than there has been put into the correction. And also this is a daily vehicle, this is a daily use vehicle. This car will be doing 15,000 miles a year. I know the owner quite well, he's actually a friend of mine. And it doesn't need to be perfect. He will be driving this car a lot and I'll be maintaining it. So to sort of compromise on the perfection to get the car back to him in time is what we've got to do. Roof is now complete. This is definitely going to be a lot quicker than the Ferrari. Just a single cutting pass. It's probably removing about 80% of the defects. Pick this up. Pretty cool. Got like 10 million different settings. But you can just go all the way up the colour ranges. I think it's 5 different colour ranges. If you want to be absolutely blinded, you put it on that setting. Pretty cool. It's the same as my little pen light, same company. The Danish makes the good lights. That was not a very good Danish accent actually. Where's my Danish? I've got some Danish people. That was more of a Swiss accent. Terrible. Just removing the PPF, or a very small amount of PPF that's on the rear because it's gone yellow. Same story as the Ferrari I just did. Hopefully get them restuck on or just leave it. They haven't really done anything, I don't know. They haven't actually got any rock chips on, so they're not obviously in the best position. We'll see what the customer wants to do and potentially get the boys to do a little strip where it was, just clean up the car because it was a yellowy tinge and it had dirt sort of stuck in the glue, so by removing it just makes it a lot cleaner finish. So I'll go over there with tar and glue remover and then we'll polish over that. 8:30 Sunday morning. Time to continue where we left off last night. Roof is done, pillars are done. Not the A pillars, the BC pillars. Some of the rear wings are done. So let's get to it. It's gonna be a long day. In an ideal world, I'd like to remove the spoiler so that I can polish this nice flat surface. However, this job doesn't have time for that. So I am going to have to, I've managed to get to about here with the big boy, 5-inch. And I'm going to have to use the eyebrow under here to do as best as I can of the job under here. And I'm just getting a new pad set up on the Mini to do the sides of the spoiler or the wing. Then I'll start working my way either along or down. just finished cutting the little sort of dips between beneath the rear lights. They come up really nicely. Very difficult angle to show you, but coming up next are these very bad headlights. Not headlights, rear lights. There you go. Wow. So, back in 5 minutes. We'll get these perfect. These are the lights, all finished up and perfected. Refine, that was the last stage you saw me doing there. They had a couple sets of cutting and then a refining set, as you can see. Looking nice. There you go. Some overspray here, if you look as the light comes over. That's like lacquer clear coat overspray basically. So we'll get that out. Sort of runs the whole way on into this piece here. So it's a little bit hazy now from where it's been cut, but as you can see, the overspray is no longer there. This is where it was really bad. To get tight to the edge, I had to just use a microfiber cloth and just do it by hand, as the pad on the ivory couldn't quite get flush into the groove because of this. It actually sort of curves around out here, so it wouldn't let me get right in. But it's looking good. So this is the A pillar on the passenger side that has not been touched at all. As you can see, lots of swells and markings. And then if we go over to the driver's side, which has just been cut, this is very hazy, but it's definitely a lot better. A few marks still in there. But as I say, not going for perfection on this one, and this is yet to be refined. Day 3 on the GTR, just got to finish up the front bumper, the seals, headlights, one A pillar, and then it will be refined and start all the coating processes on the interior paintwork, the glass, the wheels. And 2 rear wheels are going off to get new tyres tomorrow, so we'll do the wheels tomorrow. But yeah, we'll just crack on with that. that's the refinement all finished. Now I'm going to wipe the whole car down and to remove any potential polish residue that's left over or any compound residue, and then we can go on with the coating. Currently at the currently in the decontamination stage of the wheels. They've come off the car, and we are now going in with the first stage to rinse off. Then we go on with the iron fallout remover. Then we go on with the tar remover. And now I am currently clay bar in the car. And this is what the clay bar looks like after the first wheel. So that's the lever all cleaned up and ready to go on with the coating. that's the GTR all finished up. Haven't really filmed as much for this car as we were on a crunch for time, so I'd rather put the time into the job than into filming it. So I only have 4 days to want to get the best correction possible, and I'm really chuffed with how it came out. It looks absolutely amazing. So this car had, so paying on the paint, it had wheel coating, it had interior leather coating, it had caliper coating, absolutely every coating possible. I got you in the background.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
No, I was following you, I was trying to get you. Yeah, so it's fully protected and looking amazing. See you next time.